What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. And I just got to thinking, want to make this quick video. In my opinion, Floyd Mayweather should sit out the rest of 2015. Don't even fight in September. And I'm going to explain why I believe that. And if he's not willing to, like, if he doesn't want to fight in November or December, like late in 2015, I think he should just sit out. Because realistically, out of the names that are realistic and mentioned for him, I just don't see those fights doing great numbers. So I think he should sit out for September and let Canelo fight Cotto, see who wins that. Maybe rematch the winner if they look good in that particular fight. Let Amir Khan, Kell Brook, Keith Thurman, let some of these dudes scrap with each other. I know Keith Thurman's going to be fighting Collazo. And, like, I think Keith Thurman, he's pretty deserving of an opportunity. But I don't know if his brand is big enough. So the business side of things may get in the way. But then I'm looking at Kell Brook. Great fighter. It's a unification. But he just fought Frankie Gavin. You know what I'm saying? I would rather see, at this point, I would rather see Kell Brook versus Keith Thurman. And then the winner gets a Floyd Mayweather fight. You know what I mean? Mayweather's been in the game 20 years. These are all good fighters. All guys who are paving their way. But you just beat JoJo Dan and Frankie Gavin. To me, that's not a good prelude for a Mayweather fight. And then I want to talk about Amir Khan since he also fought. And there's a lot of different varying opinions. I'm going to get mine on his performance with Chris Algieri. He was the one, and the reason I want to focus on Khan is because Khan is the one who is still calling out Mayweather, who's like kind of constantly putting that out there that he wants to fight Mayweather and Pacquiao. And he even mentioned that he wants to move up to middleweight and fight Cotto at 157. And I told you guys that was a ludicrous thing. And some of you guys said, oh, he could beat Cotto at 157. Now, what do you think after watching the Chris Algieri fight and seeing him get hurt by Chris Algieri? But Kell Brook, even post-fight, he didn't even call out Mayweather. Him and Eddie Hearn, they said, oh, yeah, we got to fight the big names like Pacquiao, Keith Thurman, or Brandon Rios. They didn't even say one word about him. So that's why I want to talk about Khan, because Khan, even after post-fight, said, I deserve a Mayweather fight. I want to fight Mayweather. I proved myself. Now, again, this was supposed to be his audition, and I don't think he passed. You know what I mean? I don't think he passed with flying colors. And the reason I feel that is because it wasn't even a decisive win. I think he won, but there's a lot of people out there that say Chris Algieri won and got robbed. There's some people that say it was a draw, and they're not making it up. It was a close fight. So to me, you didn't put your stamp on this enough. I thought he was going to go in there and dominate Algieri. I was wrong. And in my post-fight, I gave Chris Algieri, Team Algieri, John David Jackson, all the credit in the world. But based on that performance, like, how can Amir Khan and Mayweather compete with Canelo Cotto? You know what I'm saying? And if you don't have a fight that can beat Canelo Cotto, then why continue to fight for these dates and stuff like that? And to me, Khan versus Mayweather lost some stock. Now, I'm not taking away from everybody got to win. Just because Chris Algieri looked good or did whatever he did doesn't automatically grant Mayweather a victory or state, because at the end of the day, Khan still beat Algieri. The reason that it lost luster is Khan struggled with a guy who is not, in my opinion, as proven as Mayweather. I think Mayweather has been fighting at welterweight versus that was Algieri's first fight at welterweight. And you even seen Khan get hurt by Algieri in the first round. So, I mean, I don't think Khan made enough of a statement because he didn't show separation from Algieri. He didn't, like, if you look at Kell Brook versus Frankie Gavin, it wasn't a fun fight, but it was one-sided, one-way traffic. And in the sixth round, he closed the show. You know what I'm saying? So he showed, like, I'm on a different league than Frankie Gavin. I'm not the same. We're not on the same level. Khan nor Algieri did that because it was a close fight. Just like Canelo Lara. I don't think either one of them showed that I'm supremely greater than the other person because it was a close fight. You look at Jermell Charlo versus Vanes Matarosen. Same concept. I don't think anyone pulled away. It was a close fight where both had spots where they did good, but neither one of them put a stamp like, I'm the best 154 pounder. Same thing with Khan Algieri. Neither one, in my opinion, pulled away enough where you could say, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, like Pacquiao versus Algieri. No questions about who won. There's no controversy. Canelo versus Mayweather. No controversy as to who won. We know who won. But Khan Algieri, we can't say decisively this person won and it was easy work or anything close to that because it was a close fight. And again, if you're struggling with a guy coming up in weight off of a loss with a brand new trainer, 8 knockouts on his total resume, and even getting rocked, I just don't think that's the good segue. So put Amir Khan, throw him back to the Wolves, do more at welterweight, fight Keith Thurman or Collazo winner, which I do think Keith Thurman will beat Collazo. Fight, you know what I'm saying? I would even like to see Khan fight a Robert Guerrero. I think that's a good fight. If Robert Guerrero gets past Aaron Martinez, which I believe he will, I would like to see that type of fight. But, I mean, you got to do more to get the Mayweather sweepstakes in my eyes. Like I said, I'm not saying Khan can't give Mayweather a run for his money or problems. Who knows? But you didn't do a good job of proving it. And this is a business just like anything else. Let's say I could be the greatest singer in the world, but you got to shine when the lights are on. When the spotlight is on you, you have to shine. If I'm auditioning for American Idol and based on my performance, that is going to determine if I get the gold ticket or whatever, the pass to Hollywood week, then I have to show up, period. You know what I'm saying? So if my voice is cracking and I'm not hitting the notes that I know how to hit, and I'm in front of Simon Cowell and J-Lo and all this shit singing, that doesn't mean I'm a horrible singer. But if I don't impress and I don't hit the notes how I did in rehearsal or practice, and I just kind of bomb on my audition, then I'm not getting a ticket to Hollywood week, period. No matter how good of a singer you are. If I froze and choked, then I choked. And to me, Amir Khan's performance was more of a choke than a successful one. Because, again, he didn't show separation. And I thought going into the fight, he had really all the advantages. Speed, big fight experience, more momentum. He was on a 4-win streak versus Algieri, who was coming off of a loss. And before that, a split decision win, which some people thought he lost that fight too. So arguably 2 losses. And Khan was on a 4-win streak and looked sensational versus Devin Alexander. And I don't think he made enough of a case. So in my opinion, Mayweather, he made $250 million versus Pacquiao. Sit September out. Let Canelo and Cotto fight. Let Triple G fight Carl Froch and all these other fights. Pacquiao's out with his shoulder or whatever. Let Khan, Brook, and Keith Thurman, let them continue having their fights and mixing it up. And then the winner fights Mayweather or something like that in 2016. But I'm just not as impressed with Khan, who was like one of the leading candidates for a Mayweather bout. You guys drop me a comment. Let me know what you think of Khan's audition tape for the Mayweather. Do you agree with me? Should Mayweather sit out in September or should he continue to fight as planned? My thing is this. It is a business. Mayweather knows the business. And Canelo Cotto is a strong chance that that fight could happen. They want to do it in September. I think it's a great fight in general. It's great for Mexican Independence Day weekend. The fans would like it. I would like it. And if you don't have a fight that can compete with that, then A-side or not, if you don't have a dance partner, then it doesn't make business sense to compete with it. You know what I mean? Period. That, like, there's just certain ways to take losses in business and certain ways to avoid losses. In the past, Mayweather's always had an opponent. You just beat Pacquiao. Mayweather in the past has always had an opponent that could help him do good numbers, like whether it's Maidana, Cotto, Canelo, or Pacquiao, whoever. But coming off of a Pacquiao win, I just don't see Amir Khan after that performance being enough of a commercial success where they should try to compete with Canelo Cotto. And then Frankie Gavin getting beat by Kell Brook, I'm not overly impressed with that, and Jojo Dan and stuff. I don't think that's a good segue into a Mayweather fight, and I don't think Khan's performance over Chris Algieri was definitive enough to the point where he should make that fight. And then Keith Thurman is fighting Collazo, so I think Mayweather should sit it out. Drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like my video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.